Welcome to Darkston, a city built by Millennium 58. It features large university campuses, bold architecture and bridges, traditional housing, a crazy lake area, and so much more. It does all of that by using no mods, as well as only the German and French region pack. Let's hop in. This is the whole city overview. There's so much for us to explore and so many things to take inspiration from. It's not only this main city here right below us, but also other higher density areas behind this small hill here, industry islands. It's really difficult to choose where to actually start. So this time I want to do it different than usual. We will end down here in the city center and start all the way at the end of the map. This is one way to arrive in the city. From here, nothing much spectacular. There's a highway, there's a train route, we can choose either one, and from that we will both arrive in the same place, which is just a small train station right here with some beautiful blue trains. It's even quite a popular one, as we can see, tons of people using that. But where are they all going? Of course, right here there are some beautiful skyscrapers with great view of the mountain, as well as amazing view over the ocean and another high density island. Looking from above, this area here is quite small. It has a very busy bridge, but this low density area is where it gets more spectacular. I'd imagine these houses here being really expensive. They have great beach access, and in vanilla cities it's actually quite rare to see various beach houses. But look at the view from down here. There's the mountain. Yes, you have a lot of neighbors, but I'm sure it's a great time to live down here. Maybe apart from all the noise from the traffic of this bridge, but also if you like city view, you get that behind that. Most of these houses are on alleyways. There are schools in the city, there is a firehouse, there is a sports field and a high school. So everything that's needed here, and a train line cuts through here as well. But there is not only one area where people like to live at the shoreline or at water. Taking this road up the hill, there's actually immediately a second one. And this one I find quite amazing. I don't think I've ever seen something similar in City Skylines 2. It mainly is a lot of low density housing. Next to this lake, there's an island in the middle that can't really be accessed. And then there is a bit of high density commercial buildings, so people can definitely shop here. But it turns out this isn't a natural lake, it's a dam where a lot of electricity is produced, or at least a water reservoir. I'm not sure how this one gets its water. There's no inflow, so it looks like it rains a lot here. Following the stream of the dam, we get to another high density area. You see there's so many cities all around. I mean, the main one is here. To the right, there's this industry area with even more city. And we're just coming from this small part, so much more to explore. Down the stream to the left, we have some resource extraction going on with ores and stones being extracted here. There's also farming around and just more low density. Since a lot of goods are produced here, there is another harbor to export all these products, as well as an airport for tourists to arrive in the city, but it also has a cargo terminal for imports and exports. And that one of course is connected up with a train station, so all the cargo can be delivered straight towards the population centers. Going more towards them, we can see wind turbines in the background. We have more suburbs, more low density residential. There's some villas around here, a beautiful German fire station. The railway is elevated through here. Then this entire low density area, even with a castle ruin. Again, a very expensive place to be. And yet again, a great coastal area with beaches. Then this city has great quay walls, another castle ruin. We can take a look from above. This island here is really dense. And there's also a tourist attraction here with the observation tower. From up here to the one side we can overlook the population centers, and the more we go to the side, there's oil extraction, there's the ore mining, and the area with the dam where we came from. From here on, all the cities are really connected and faded together with this low density housing. Amazing suburbs, because it's not just basic grids, at some parts yes, but there's also variation on it. There's all the infrastructure and parks. I mean, look at that. If you live here, you have tons of options. You can play basketball, you can go skating, and so much greenery around here. There is a massive elementary school with tons of expansion. Another medium density village with a first site of the French buildings right here. And then a massive grid-like area, of course, still with infrastructure, but also farming. Oh, and I love this circle that was built here. I'm not sure how that was created. Let's take a look at it. It looks like irrigation fields, but it looks like it was created by the game itself. Very interesting site. Not sure if that's a glitch or if you know how to do it, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to build something similar, because usually only like these buildings spawn on top of farms. Continuing further, we have a beautiful bridge crossing over to another high density area. I love how they are spread out and how they are leveled. I mean, first it goes very, very flat and then it rises up. I mean, here pretty drastic. In the city back there, a bit smoother. Here we can really see the city is growing faster than it can handle, because there's so much low density around the city cores. And there's another island with tons of luxury housing, connected only with one bridge to the mainland. And as we cross through the city, we hop on another bridge to get over to even more housing. But then one of the most beautiful areas in this entire city, it's the education district. We have a classical university here with 88 enrolled students, a technical university with 0 enrolled students, and a medical university with 200 enrolled students. So definitely room for expansion. I wonder why there's so few people here. The population is 258,000. If we take a look at the education tab, it might just be that not enough people are coming through the education system. But once they reach university, they definitely have a large choice. And this district is right next to more of high density housing, and this is the main city on the entire map. We have a lot of high density here, even with bridges spanning across. I love how this one looks and how it goes right to the side of the next buildings. There's parking garages below, there's tons of people walking here. There's a massive wide bridge right here. A lot more medium density, some low density, and then a massive housing district with a bunch of traditional French and German homes. If we look at it, here the French quarter, it houses 10,000 people, the German district houses 5,000. Doesn't sound like much, but it's still a small city in itself. And I love how they look with the different colored roofs and the structured way they are here, even though it is quite a bit blocky. Behind it, there's still room for expansion. We can spot the city hall right here, in front of another big train station that does not have too many connections yet. And then everything fades over to an old industry area. I think this older-ish asset fits really well. You can imagine as the city grew, it grew into the industry area, and now all of that is pushed back further out. That industry area also has access to a cargo train station. How can these vans actually exit here on the side? I never knew this was possible. I always connected from the front. But if we start the time and look at this truck, this is definitely a possibility. And now it looks like we're back at the dam, but that's not actually the case. Let's zoom out quickly. We are right here at this lake. The dam is all the way back there that we already looked at. So this is a new area. There's 2 dams at these lakes. We have a lot of wind turbines here, also on the mountain. Great wind here. There's forestry areas, so really large production in this city, even more. And then of course another cargo train station, as well as a massive post sorting facility. But behind these wind turbines, the city looks green, is a massive nuclear power plant as well as a recycling station. That means the city must have tons of electricity. It doesn't actually show in the menu right now, but the nuclear power plant is making 800 megawatts. But apparently these dams are only making 4 megawatts and 2 megawatts. So maybe not too much electricity in the city, but it's still something and it has a lot of potential. We talked about this industry being pushed back. It all goes towards here out on the island. Here's also where the base of all this rail infrastructure sits. Here's the rail yard. Still room for expansion and a massive island with the electronics or furniture factory, as well as so much more industry here. Another harbor, oil refinery, but still housing. I'm wondering if we look at pollution. Surprisingly, this works fine because of the wind direction. I thought that all these people would complain about pollution, but they don't. They are actually happy here. They complain about healthcare coverage, in mail service, but not pollution. That's really great city planning. You just have to hope if you live here that the wind direction does not change. There's also the vehicle factory and another hospital and one of my favorite buildings in the game, the Health Research Institute. With the red color, just looks so great. And from here we're back to where we started. So this is a rough overview of the entire city. It has great healthcare, great garbage coverage. The education system is a bit flawed, we talked about that. And there's also a lot of public transport. We have 4 subway lines. This one here is the most busy. All around the city there are these subway stations. And this one goes from the main city all the way to the other side of the map and the airport, which has tons of outside connections. The population is mostly working adults. That's pretty great, almost no seniors. And that means that the economy is doing really great with 29 million in monthly profits, and the expenses are mostly dictated by healthcare and education. That is Darkston for you. If you want to see more city showcases, don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to share your city with me so I can take a look at it. And if you want to explore this city further, feel free to download it on the Paradox mods. Link in description. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.